All right, this is recording 847. The name of this podcast is Listen Next 847. You can find me at speakingtothecia.com, or you can find me at christinastation918.com. They're both my same website. Speaking to the CIA is easier because people don't know how to spell my last name. So you can just put in Speaking to the CIA podcast by Christina Stacia. You're going to find it on Google. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, okay, so let me continue this podcast and talk about crimes that Gene Roberts, Inner Manson Occult / KKK committed this week. Okay, so you know the ins and outs of how she gets this done. Okay, so I don't ever concern myself with who are the people on the run or who are the people that are arrested, because that's not my concern. I have no opinion. I don't have any involvement at all at that level, okay? I know who is behind it. And however Gene Jernigan Roberts, the leader of Charles Manson / KKK, weaves her way into getting done what she wants done, whatever capacity, which you know it takes, it's all different ways from the top to the bottom of getting something done that you want done as far as a crime committed, okay? And you need to also know now that also includes and has included ICE using artificial intelligence, okay? I know it is Gene Jernigan Roberts committing these crimes. Her in her occult. They're literally on in my brain. Like when I got done with my last podcast, they were on in my brain. Oh my God. That's what they were doing. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's what they were literally doing in my brain. Having a snot out. Just throwing fits. And people were telling them to stop, and they didn't care. Anyway, so they commit the crime and then they run a racket and act like the hero of the crime that they committed. So anyway, let me get to these crimes. Okay, so Nigeria, 4 hostages, soldier killed in Ogun attack, Ogun attack. Okay, so she's using Shogun, okay? Last night, I was listening to on my Spotify, Scorpio 71, my playlist on Spotify, my music playlist. You know all about it. You got my website. Anyway, I was listening to Teriyaki Boys. Oh my gosh, what is the name of the Tokyo Drift? It's like one of my all-time favorite songs. Okay, I have it on my podcast. There's a lot of cool stuff that they do with it. Now it's being manipulated by the very people that the singers are upset with, and they can't even literally tell them that they're upset with them because there's a lot going on. But they do find a way to tell them, stop. But anyway, I have it on there because it's from Fast and the Furious. Because I know that stop controlling my speech, whoever's doing that. I know that Gene Jernigan Roberts and Inner Manson Occult took Paul Walker's life. So I'm using it to tell on her. To make reports against her. And I also personally love, I told you, these are all songs that I love. I love this song. And there's some really cute things that they do with it. And then you have Gene Roberts and Romance and Occult tearing it up too, just being just horrific as usual. But there's some really cute stuff that they do with the song. So anyway, so I play it because if Intelligence goes on, and all they have to go on, because they don't have my website yet, but now pretty much everybody now has my website, they have my podcast, but if the only thing they can go on is my playlist, then it's enough for them to figure out, okay, we know the crimes that Gene committed here. It's easy to figure out with a lot of the songs that I have on my playlist. I'm telling on her for committing terrorism. I'm telling on her for planning to commit future terrorism. I'm telling on her for all kinds of things. But it doesn't ruin the music that I love. These are all songs that I love. I will not let her destroy my life because she has a terrorism stalking problem for 60 years. So anyway, so I was playing it last night, and her people were on, and they were getting pissed at the song because I was cherishing it. It reminds me of my family too. And I'm like, cherish it. And they were getting, the people that were on going, oh my God, were throwing fits and got pissed. So I know that has to go to this. I know it does. Anything I love or cherish, Gene Roberts and Romance and Occult / KKK set out to destroy. So anyway, also today on my way home, she iced 2 drivers on my way home. One car in front of me had its license plate ended in 66. And the other car in front of me to my right that she iced had a bumper sticker on their back window that said, no Jesus, no peace. And I was like, Gene Roberts is a Satanist. She's literally icing these drivers. She doesn't even believe in God. And look at what she's doing. I'm thinking to myself, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this chick. So what she's saying with the 66 on the license plate is there's 66 books in the Bible, okay? Which has got me upset because Gene Roberts is a leader of Charles Manson. She's a Satanist, and she's literally icing these drivers. She's literally mocking God, okay? So, and you can tell that obviously the driver on the right obviously believes in God, okay? So anyway, she says in my brain, and she's talking to someone, and she's talking to them like they don't have brains in their head, okay? And she's going, this is what she's saying to him. She goes, she's acting like she's me, first of all, okay? This is the funny part. She's acting like she's me, and she's not. And she's acting like, well, she literally thinks they have no idea what she's saying. Like they don't have my podcast, like they don't listen to my podcast, like they don't know everything time continuum because of the, what do you call that? The group think tank, like people figuring out everywhere all these crimes she's committing and how to decode all these ciphers. Okay, everybody everywhere. But she thinks she's like the deliverer, okay? And she's pretending to be me, and she's being real snotty. And she points my eyes to the 66 on the car, okay? And then she goes, that. And then she goes, in my brain without saying any words, and then she goes, 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 equals 0, and 0 is the planet. And then she goes, is what she said. And they signaled back to me, and they have to be like as subtle as possible, like there's no words, like And then somebody got pissed, and they were like, they already know that. Everybody already knows that. Christina's already decoded that a long time ago. Like, why are you even acting like you're Christina? And why are you acting like you're speaking for Christina? They already know this. Everybody already knows this. But she was just showing off, snotting out. And then, and the people that she was talking to were like, being talked to like you're a 2-year-old. And then I got further up the street that we were at a stop. I was at a stoplight. Nobody was in the car with me. Please stop controlling my speech. I was at the stoplight. Stop throwing your overlays in my brain. And then once I got further up the street, there was something else she pointed out. Oh, she pointed out the Route 66. And then she's like, And she's trying to connect it all. Like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to like that? And what are you doing? Again, people were just... So anyway, that goes to this crime that she committed in Nigeria today, because it's connected to the Shogun and then the 66 plates, the 66 book, and then all of that. Okay. So I'm sorry, she's trying to control my speech, and I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to make reports against Jean Jernigan Roberts for committing these crimes. Here's the next crime. South Africa, I'm sorry, she's trying to control my speech. South Africa, 12 killed in mass shooting in Johannesburg as manhunt underway. Again, she's using Ohio. So she's got an Ohio theme going here. Also, the other night in my brain, she goes, Quasar. And I was asleep, or I was falling asleep. And she goes, Quasar. And I was like, I don't care about Quasar. Like, shut up. Like, go away. You're turned in. Like, she thinks she's being cute. Like, saying that, Quasar. She's literally bragging about committing these crimes in my brain. So anyway, so she said that, and then she said, she didn't say, stop controlling my speech. She said the word Quasar. And then after that, when I'm, like right now, when I'm decoding this, I know that she's also used in committing this crime, Quantum and Quantum Leap. Then also, United States, subject dead after attempted robbery at Miami Gardens, home ends in shooting, police say. She's using Miami Globe, Arizona in that one. United Kingdom, Belfast stabbing leaves man seriously injured. She's using the bell jar. She knows I decoded the bell jar, so you're going to want to combine Belfast and bell jar. And she's like stalking me while I'm at work. And she's committed, as I know law enforcement already knows, she's committed crimes based off of spying on me and my company at work while I'm at work. United States, 5 Cleveland police officers injured. Gunfire erupts during East Side pursuit. Again, another Ohio. Pakistan, 8 policemen injured in Karak ambush. Okay, they were trying to communicate to me. I'm going to say Pakistan. was trying to communicate to me. They can't ever communicate without Gene Roberts clobbering over the top of them, trying to talk over the top of them. They were trying to point out in the airplane accidents, because they know eventually she's going to wreck another plane. That's what Jean does. She wrecks planes. I'm sorry, she's controlling my speech right now. That's what Jean does. She wrecks planes. You see how they control my speech right now? They're literal criminals. Anyway, okay, so they knew that there was going to eventually happen. It was going to be their opportunity to say they can see in the sky when she's icing pilots to put the nose of the plane in the air like it's being snotty. And they were also trying to signal to say that they know that she committed these crimes. And they were also trying to signal to say they know that she lives in Milton, Florida. They know who she is. So 8 policemen injured in Croc ambush. The Simpsons was used in this. It looks like they were... Stop controlling my speech. Ay caramba, you know, Bart Simpson says that. And then United States, she did it again. She attacked the Pentagon today. Firefighters on scene at Pentagon during hazardous materials incident. She used Homer Simpson going, D-O-H, exclamation point. So, she's pissed off that I turned her in for committing terrorism. She's pissed off about the screensaver on my phone. Like, she's throwing a fit about the screensaver on my phone. Do you understand I've pressed charges against Eugene Roberts? So what does she do? She turns around and attacks the Pentagon? Okay. It's confirmed. Now you know G. Jernigan Roberts is a terrorist. Anyway, that's the end of this recording.